The general trend that I'm seeing in the market is actually speed of delivery. We do quite a lot of trials with online customers where we change the lead times on certain products and assess the impact on that change on that product. And what we generally see is speed of delivery is currently the most important factor. GelatoConnect has helped us grow our business, generally by us doing more with the same amount. So last year we increased our profitability massively, and that was generally due to winning new contracts with not as much labour, which is in everyone's, everyone wants to achieve that as a manufacturer. So a summary of our day-to-day production is orders come into GelatoConnect, all the file manipulation is done within Gelato. Then we send the orders directly down to the Canon IXs using JDF and JMF technology. And the printers can choose what they want to send down in batches. In terms of efficiencies that we've achieved, whether it's through GelatoConnect or the Canons, the process is much shorter, so the time frame from order received to output of delivering the order or dispatching the order is much shorter, it's much more efficient, and we've saved a lot of labour time in that process. So we have huge amounts of visibility using GelatoConnect, whether it's how much stock we've got, what we've got left to dispatch in defining detail as well. There are loads of examples how Gelato has delivered technology at speed. There are some really small examples, like in Peak, the AI address resolver, let's call it, where basically we're having issues with consumers putting wrong addresses, whether it's however that happens, who knows. And Gelato built something within about 4 days to use an AI tool to resolve the addresses. And that sounds like a really small change, but it's quite fundamental when you're doing about 40,000 items a day and you've got a lot of incorrect addresses. It helps us be more efficient at the packaging station, because what happens when an address is incorrect, Royal Mail will not deliver, or any carrier will not deliver a label. So then you have an item like a book or a mug or whatever sat on the side waiting for an address to be fixed. It has a massive impact on our returns. We get charged for returns, and it's generally nearly double the price of shipment costs that it is onto return to send out. But the biggest impact around Peak, and the thing that we care about the most, is the flow of work. We don't want any issues. When you're doing 40-odd thousand items a day, any issues become a big issue. So it's all about keeping the stress levels of the factory low, everything churning at a high but efficient pace, and not having any of these ups and downs associated to issues. GelatoConnect is top tier in terms of delivering speed of innovation. I've not worked in print all my life. I'm about 10 years in print, and before this I used to trade energy. Before that I used to work for big manufacturing companies, and I have not seen the speed of delivery of technology ever before in my life, outside of print and inside of print. A real simple summary of one which customers really like is we get a delivered postback from Gelato, which we can send on to our customers via Gelato via the method of postbacks. That is a very small visibility enhancement, but a very powerful one for our customers. Yeah, the technology and the machines Canon work really well together. We've got end-to-end seamless process between orders received in Gelato and orders output on our Canon IX. We've added in a machine called Book Ready, which is through Canon. So PUR books and hardcover books now, when the file is received, they are output to the Canon through Gelato. They are chopped on the IX as well through the Book Ready. And that whole process has made us produce books much quicker. We can do a lot more books, whether it's softcover or hardcover books, for less labour, because the technology in the machine is handling that all for us. Yeah, so we use GelatoConnect frequently in our daily decision making, and a really good example of that is to resource certain departments. So we have canvases at ESP Colour, we have mugs, we have fabrics, we have books, stitch books, a whole variety of different products. And off-peak, we're not our total capacity, so we've got a lot of capacity available. So we use GelatoConnect to plan our resource, move staff around accordingly, so that we're not bringing on or employing additional labour that we don't need.
ESP have actually invested in 4 Colorado solutions to date, starting initially with the Colorado 1640. They then purchased a further 2 Colorado 1650s to complement their fleet, adding the latest M5W to the fleet just last year.
Canon and CNY UK have been a really important part of this factory's journey. The Canon IXs has really revolutionised our digital printing capabilities, whether it's the cost of production, the efficiency, the speed of turnaround. The whole premise with Canon, the Canon machine, the IX, has revolutionised our digital printing.